This is how you defend every single site on Border. You know, Border's a really underrated map, and everyone that I play with and that I play against seems to have their own type of way to set up site. You know, it's perfectly fine, but this is the ideal way to set it up.
All these site setups show head holes, foot holes, reinforcements, gadget placements, and the areas where teammates should be playing.
So let's get right into it.
Starting off, we're on Armory. This is a full coverage, but if you do 75% of this, you're gonna win.
On the top site, you're going to need some sort of wall denial for main breach, so you can either bring Cade or you can bring Bandit. If you're running Cade, put your thing way up on top of the wall. This will make it harder for people to EMP it. Next, you're going to come to the opposite side over to A site, and you're going to put your Cade. I like putting it on the wall. It don't really matter where you put it. This just makes it so Ace and people like that can't have an angle from that specific wall. And then after, you're going to reinforce these two walls right here. Now, right outside of A site, 2 reinforcements need to be set up here with footholes behind the desk. This makes a one-way angle. And then also this reinforcement right here. This reinforcement makes it more difficult for attackers to have an angle into site. Your last reinforcement is going to be in security room on the right side of the soft wall. This is just going to make it more difficult for attackers to open up main breach. Castle's going to be holding this side. Now Mira. There's a reason why she's one of the most banned operators in the game. Her angles that she can get with her Miras are absolutely insane, especially on this map. Put one of her Miras right in A site on this doorway. Unless they bring a hard breach, this is the only way into site. And for her other Mira, put it in the file room. This Mira is going to be supporting main breach. Now, depending on how the round goes, Mira is able to hold this one way. She's able to watch window. She's able to throw C4s. And if no one's coming from that side, she can sit on her Mira on main breach. Mira's position is top tier. Operator number 3, we are on Goyo. You're going to place 2 of his utilities up on top of the bookshelf. If you want, you can put the cam up there. It is a very good cam, but it is easily able to be shot out. So keep that in mind.
Look at this cam, guys. It's so nice. Third Goyo is going to be in archives. This is going to make it harder for people to come into site for quick plants. And then your last Goyo will be outside of the Mira. This will make it to where if anyone's trying to come punch it, you can stop them. Just watching out here. Oh, really, Jay? Good movement. Now Goyo's just balling, holding down this side of site. He's got Mira and Cade to help him out. Breaking Goyo's, doing his thing, watching window, watching doorway. So many angles Goyo's able to hold. Amazing spot to play. Watch and rotate, and... oh no, the enemy team is going for a quick plant. Drop down the hatch and start shooting through this corner. There you go. You got him. Remember that reinforcement I told you guys to put up? Well, this is why. There's 3 castles in this room, and then there's 1 right here, right next to vending machine. Castle is now hunkered in. No one's able to push him unless they're better than him. So if someone plays castle, they better be good, like my teammate. Here's some of the angles. We got footholes. Castle's able to watch through here. We got this long shot site going all the way over to stairs. On vending machine, if anyone pushes in, no one can push him unless they go through the rotate on the left or they go in from the barricade that he put up.
For the final defender, I chose to play Legion because of his ability. I think it works very well playing over by stairs. Your main goal on stairs is covering Castle. Castle's able to help you out over on stairs as well from his one-way angle. This is a very powerful position to hold. On this door right here, you're able to do runouts for people that are going to plant in A site, you know, sitting back on rappel and stuff like that. If you're looking for spawn peaks or anything like that, I would dip into this position because it's very powerful. Next up, we have ventilation units. This is an underrated site, honestly better than bathroom. Stick around, we got some vert plays and extensions to site.
On first floor, you're going to have a total of 7 reinforcements. You're going to have 4 reinforcements in A site, 1 reinforcement going over to B site, and then Armory is going to make an extension into bathroom, reinforcing the 2 walls to cover up the window. Make sure to get the hatch in bathroom as well. Place an Armory gate in bathroom, 1 to cover stairs, and then the other one on A site. Since Since Armory has ACOG, it makes this super long angle easier to cover. Make sure to bring a shield op because they're going to need to place a shield on this door for Armory. Look at these frost mats. Like, who's going to expect that on the door? We got the other two on window and then in the rotate. If you ever put frosts on rotates, make sure the rotate is vaultable. Wamai's going to be watching B site. He's throwing his Wamai's everywhere. Here's a really good proximity. No one can see it. Valkyrie's going to be playing vert, but here's some really good cam spots. We got one watching B site, default plant spot, window and doorway. This camera watches outside of A site, watches stair door, that door, and then these two doors here. This last camera goes in waiting room, watches the entire area from up on the balcony and on first floor. Now, while your 3 teammates are sitting downstairs watching site, 2 people are going to be upstairs. For sure, you need castle. The other person can be more versatile. You know, whoever you're comfortable with playing vert with. One castle goes on the window. This doesn't need to be reinforced because there's the one-way angle right here. Bam. Other castle right here. Next one on metal detectors. Other one's over on main breach. This gets reinforced. So now that's completely covered. This vert hole here watches stairs. Right here, we got the door coming into B site. Right on the opposite side of that wall. That leads outside. Right here, that's the window that goes into B site. This is a sketch angle, but it does watch stairs. This watches the A site doorway. Here watches the head holes from downstairs. This vert hole watches in the bathroom. Now let's say things get a little dicey and you're getting pushed out of sight. You got the hatch in here that's unreinforced. You can come in here and drop. Now you're back in sight. You don't got to worry about all the head holes because they're mostly for out of sight, not in sight. So if they're going to play vert anyways, you're going to have to deal with that. The vert holes that you made, you don't have to worry about. Here's a little cam spot. Last up, we are on bathroom. Let's go.
Now Azami is going to be playing in workshop. Her Azamis, she's going to put one right here. This is going to have an angle on this, excuse me. It's going to have an angle on this door right here. It's like a little pixel peek. Other Azami covering that door. And then also watching down here from both sides, a little pixel peek tech. Next Azami. This is going to make it to where if they open this up, they can't have an angle, one-way angle right in the bathroom. They're either going to have to break this Azami or they're going to have to crouch and walk through, which you will have an angle watching that door. Nice little pixel peek. There's going to be head holes up here. It's watching into the lobby or whatever that's called. And yeah, anyone that's walking through there coming over down the hallway over to bathroom. Barbed wire right here. They got to make their way up. And they got to come punch it, which you're able to bop them in the head right here. Castle's going to be watching from in here. So barbed wire, bam, long angle all the way down. Covering his on his side. Now for your Jaegers, you're going to place one right here behind the door. So then they can't chuck anything in. Next Jaeger. Bam. Once again, so they can't yick anything across. Then your last Jaeger, you're going to place it right on this pillar. This is going to be watching the window. Because someone 100% is going to be playing window. And if they don't, they're weird. This cam is going to be placed watching the window. This is going to help smoke and you as Jaeger. As you're going to be playing in bathroom. It's kind of fighting window, but you're not really going to. And then you're going to be watching down this hallway right here. There is a shield that should be placed right here. In every single round, no matter who you play, just as a baseline, you want a shield right here. Otherwise, this is an easy way into sight. Your final job for playing in bathroom, you're going to be watching hatch. If that gets broken, you have an angle right here through the soft wall. You know, they're able to see you depending where you sit, so play smart. And then if Azami needs help, you just come help her, and let's say she gets cooked. Take her out. She's out. You're in. Easy. As Castle and Malusi are playing upstairs, these two doors are going to be barricaded. Then a castle is going to be put there. This will make it so they have to come from this way, or they got to take a bunch of time to get through there. You're going to have footholes, head holes, whatever you want to do. Right here. This watch is here. Got a castle right there. Barricade that. Takes time to get in this area, and then you have time to react. come on downstairs. If you didn't know, you're actually able to barricade right here and right here. No one's able to jump over this spot right here, but you're able to. So it's a one way in, one way out. Unless you stand right on this side, but...
Oh my god, look at this. You can't jump over if you don't break this fan. Oh, you can. You just gotta, like, shimmy your way up.
Do not shoot out this fan. It is crucial. You're going to have a rotate right here coming into sight. Now you're able to enter. These two are going to be barricaded off as well. You're going to put a Malusi right on the vending machine. You got to angle it right. But your next Malusi is going to be over here where the shield is. This will just make it better for no one getting in this spot right here. Your next Malusi is going to be in here on the footholes. Makes it to where they have to walk up here to shoot it out. You're able to shoot them before they're able to break the Malusi. Your last one, it's going right here. Makes it to where if they get in through the rotate or the two windows right here, you'll just place your cam somewhere upstairs. It doesn't really matter. Look at that. Watches the hatch. Watches over here. Watching the other hatch. You know, if you broke that down. But this is the main hatch you got to watch for. And you got the EMP there to disable fuses and ace charges, thermites, rams. Now Castle and Malusi, they're just going to hold this area down. They're watching for vert. They're watching for entryways over here. They're watching down this whole entire corridor over here. If you break this soft wall here and then the one on the opposite side, you get a straight shot down to the opposite side of the building. Able to help out Azami over there. You're able to help Smoke inside here in sight. And you're set. The person that you play with the shield doesn't really matter. You just need a shield. You know, the shields aren't too needed for many sites, but in bathroom, this is one of the sites where a shield is necessary. You can play Frost, you can play Thunderbird, whatever you want to do, whatever operators you're comfortable with, but for the final op, it's not that big of a deal. You just need that shield.
So there you have it. This is every single defense setup that you will need to win on Border. Hope you liked it.